Yesterday was the launch of the brand new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold8, the white boy, and I have it here, and I've already done the unboxing and also the gaming test of this phone. You can watch it on our channel after you finish watching this video. Now, yesterday night when I unboxed this, my friend messaged me and said that, hey, I can't install any benchmark apps. The same happened to me. So I tried installing and yeah, I can't install those benchmark apps as well, and that led me to post this on Twitter. Of course, I got a bunch of different comments saying that, hey, you should disable auto blocker, use ADB, all of that stuff. Of course, I have tried all of that thing. Of course, I'm not that dumb, okay? I have tried all of them before doing that post. And one of our YouTube subscribers actually suggested me something to do, actually a solution. So I tried it out and it works. So I got the benchmark apps running, except for one. I'm not gatekeeping any of this, so my only request is for you to hit the like and subscribe button because that really helps us out a lot. So yeah, thanks. So I'll just show you all of the benchmark scores that I've got. Unfortunately, AnTuTu doesn't work, so I can't give you any numbers about that. What's happening here is that Samsung, for the first time ever, has employed a similar strategy to Honor, Vivo, Oppo, and also Google Pixel by initially when they gave us the devices, they will have a special firmware that has a built-in blacklist that doesn't allow us to install any of the blacklisted apps. In this case, Samsung is doing it a bit more aggressively because they even block PCMark, which is a benchmark tool that I use for consistent battery runs, as in battery life test runs. And of course, they also block the usual Geekbench, 3D Mark, all of those stuff as well. So with this situation in mind, how can you actually bypass it? And do keep in mind that this will work for other devices that have this kind of blacklist as well. So number one, there is a telltale sign that this kind of blacklisting is in play. So the most obvious is that when you try to install those apps like Geekbench on Google Play Store, it just tells you that it can't be installed. And when you get the APK and try to sideload it using ADB, it will tell you that it is forbidden to be installed. So with these two confirmations, these two details, you will know that it is having some sort of a system level blacklist. So what you do is that you can bypass the blacklist by renaming the entire APK file. I thought this was a daunting task at first, but because our YouTube commenter was so gracious to just give us the solution, I installed it and it works. This tool is called the APK tool M. And this tool gives us the ability to just rename any APK that we want. Unfortunately, it doesn't guarantee that it will work after renaming. Like AnTuTu, it just straight up doesn't work at all. But I tried Geekbench, it works. I tried 3D Mark, it works as well. So if you want to bypass this blacklist yourself, then follow this tutorial right here. Alright, so there's actually two things that we need to show you, but let me straight up delete 3D Mark and also delete let's just delete PCMark, because why not? Because these two APKs, I encountered them to be operating kind of differently, and with that gone, I'm just gonna leave this phone aside for now, okay? And for me personally, I will take another phone. The reason why I take another phone is because I can get the official APK from the Play Store and then extract it and change the package name from there. You can do it another way, and that is by downloading the APK from APK Mirror and then changing the package name from there. But why go through another step? Just go through the Google Play Store. It's much more convenient, faster, and also, how do I say this, reliable? Yeah. So you firstly have to head into this website here, APK Tool M, tap on this, download this app, and then install it. I have already done it, so I'm not gonna be bothered with it. After you install the app, the first time that you're opening this app, it will tell you to enable notifications. It's all in Russian for the license agreement, so I can't help you there. Just hit accept, or you can translate and read it. I don't really care. Allow, and then for this SDK, just use the latest version because they do have multiple different versions for you to choose from. So just hit download, wait for a while, and then you can get started. Head into applications, and then you can see your list of installed applications. There are a lot of stuff here. So let's just start with PCMark. We can find PCMark here, tap on it, and then you can see there's a button here called Quick Edit. We just tap on it, Quick Edit, and then press on this little circle arrow thing here. This is actually a randomizer for the package name. It will randomize to some gibberish. So if you press on it more, it will just change between all this gibberish here, which is exactly what we need to do to bypass the weird little blacklist on the new Galaxy Z Fold 8. So you can see it's completed. Okay, close. So APK tool M, we can see that the file is here. So what we need to do next is to just transfer to this Galaxy Z Fold 8 and we are done. My tool of choice on how to transfer stuff, technically you can use Quick Share and whatsoever, but local send, because I'm using two different accounts on these two devices. Share files and then local send, accept. Nice and fast, done. But we can go to download folder, we can see PCMark blah 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 version underscore mod, which is the same file that we sent from this one, APK tool M. So tap on it, install anyway. Yeah, so many things, and we're done. We can open it and it will work. Best of all, it can still communicate to UL Benchmark's servers, so we can download the official benchmark applets from their official servers as well. So yeah, that's good. Now I will leave the phone aside again, but let's move on to the next app. So 3D Mark, you can see there's a word there saying split because it has multiple different applets. I'm not sure if that's how you should call it. So what we have to do first before editing the package name is to anti-split. Just select everything, hit OK. Then it will say anti-split, blah blah blah, all of these things. Just hit OK. You have to wait for it to do its thing. Done. So what we're gonna do now, hit OK. Go back to this path here and then you can see the 3D Mark app has now been anti-split. Not sure how I should say it, but okay. And then now you can do this. Quick edit, randomize again with the gibberish package name, hit save, wait for a while. While it is saving, I'm gonna open local save here, not local send. So you can see anti-split mod, okay? Long press on it, sharing files, local send, accept, gonna wait again. Now that it's done, we can finally install it. Install, yes, install anyway. And we can open it, yes. Then we can download the 3D Mark Work Live benchmark. It is actually that simple. Now, I personally don't actually use any benchmark tools except for the PCMark Battery Life benchmark test because that is the most repeatable, like what I said earlier. But I do believe in you getting the most information that you need before you pre-order the device. So if you are more inclined to benchmark scores, then they should let us give you those numbers so that you can make an informed purchase decision yourself. Because more information to you is always better, right? Before you actually purchase the device. These kind of devices are not cheap. So yeah, that's why I'm making this very short video. Hopefully it's comprehensive as well. So do remember to hit that like and subscribe button and also check out all of our other videos as well. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.